There is a huge lie about Thailand that's been spreading for years and ruining how a lot of people see this country. I'm sure you've heard it. I'm sure you've seen the clickbait videos. Thailand, the land of nothing but bars, escorts, and every girl wants a foreign boyfriend. Yeah, no. So today in this video, we are dismantling that narrative. We're going to explain what life in Thailand is actually like compared to that lie I'm sure you've heard before. How's it going? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the second day of No Chill November. That means daily videos, weekly live streams. So make sure you subscribe if that's something you want to keep up with. Today, I am tired of hearing it. I'm tired of seeing the videos. After a few years of living in Thailand, I feel like I have some pretty good perspective on what this, the reality of this whole myth that Thailand is nothing but red light districts and every girl's a working girl and every Thai girl wants a foreign boyfriend. What we'll do today is we'll go into some of the real numbers, the real facts, the realities of what Thailand is really like compared to this thing that you may be seeing YouTube videos of or Reddit threads. God knows there is plenty of them, so let's hop right into it. If you hop online, cruise over to YouTube and just type in Thailand, minus maybe a lot of island and beach videos, the main thing you're gonna be seeing is Thailand nightlife, Thailand party this, Thailand red light district that. So it's easy to think that that's all Thailand is, but the reality of it, this is a very, very small part of what Thailand is actually like and what Thailand has to offer. According to a Mahidol University study, Thailand had about 14,000 registered escorts establishments and roughly 55,000 listed workers back in 2006. Even using modern estimates, say maybe 200 to 300,000 active workers total, that's still a tiny fraction of the population of Thailand, which equates to over 70 million people. Yes, there is a lot of money flowing through Thailand's nightlife industry, about 5.5 billion a year, but that only equates to roughly 1% of Thailand's GDP, nothing compared to tourism, manufacturing, or exports. So yes, there is a scene just like there is anywhere else in the world, but in all reality, it is a very small fraction of the income that Thailand relies on. But how did we get here in the first place? How did this industry even come to be in Thailand? Well, in places like Pattaya, Soy Cowboy, and Bangkok, Nana Plaza, a lot of that you can thank soldiers on leave during the Vietnam War, especially in Pattaya. Understandably, after being in such a terrible situation, when those guys do get some time off, they wanted to go relax, have some fun. They wanted to cut loose. They wanted to live a little. So it does make sense. And you know how it goes in any industry. When there is demand, is usually followed by supply. But in all reality, if you think about it, Walking Street, Pattaya, Nana Plaza, Soy Cowboy, these are 3 streets in the entirety of Thailand. Yes, there's Bangla Road and Phuket as well, but especially in some of these documentaries, like the most recent BBC one, they go to these places and then they essentially form the narrative that every street in Thailand is like this. Of course, that's not true. Another narrative that was kind of spun in that documentary is that all of Thailand, everybody endorses this industry. They're involved with it at some point. If they're not involved, they support it. But in all reality, that could not be further from the truth. Thailand as a whole, as a community, as a culture, it tends to be very conservative for the most part. Just for some context, even when it comes to casual public displays of affection, a lot of times it's mostly frowned upon. If you come to Thailand, you find a Thai partner, you can pretty much guarantee that she's not going to be interested on you guys macking on each other out in public. For the most part, that is very frowned upon. Now, kind of going hand in hand with that, I think there are a lot of guys that come to Thailand, and because they've heard this narrative that, it's just everywhere, every girl is a working girl, they think they can go around and they can have or do whatever they want if they throw some money at it. But if you are coming to Thailand looking for a real, genuine partner, and that is the route you try to take, if you meet a nice girl at a coffee shop or something like that, and you immediately try to start throwing money at her, that is the pretty much best way to guarantee she is going to have zero interest. If you are interested in finding a genuine partner in Thailand, the best way to go about it is not to, try to show off how thick your wallet is. Learn some of the language, learn about the culture, be inquisitive. When it comes to real dating in Thailand, it's not really different than anywhere else. You have to show some initiative. You have to be a nice, respectable guy, at least if you want to find a nice, respectable girl. Another narrative that gets spread across the interweb wasteland is that if you come to Thailand and you're a white guy, you're going to have every option you could ever want, because of course, every Thai girl wants a foreign boyfriend. This is absolutely not true. If you are looking for a genuine partner, you're not interested in a transactional relationship, you better be ready for a lot of the girls, honestly, that you approach to just not be interested in being with you. For a lot of Thai women, they really have no interest in having a foreign boyfriend for a lot of reasons. A lot of Thai women, a lot of Thai people in general are very conscious to, what their community thinks of them when they're out walking around on the street with you. They're conscious of what people are going to think about them. And if you meet a nice, quiet, humble Thai girl, it's very possible that she's not going to want to date a foreign guy, because as you're walking around, she might be worried that everybody's going to think that you guys are in one of those transactional relationships. So this whole idea that if you didn't have very good luck with women in your home country, so you can just come to Thailand or Asia in general and you're going to have all the options and people are going to want to be with you simply because of where you come from, at least if you're not going that transactional route, that's absolutely not true. You still got to be charismatic, still got to be a nice guy, still got to be a gentleman, still got to be willing to take care of the person that you're dating and take an initiative. Now, without a doubt, I think the most detrimental narrative that I think is out there when it comes to this whole aspect of Thailand, we saw a lot of this in that recent BBC documentary, is that every Thai woman that is involved in this industry is there against her will, or she's being taken advantage of. Now, of course, things like that do happen, and that's terrible. That shouldn't happen anywhere in the world. But the reality of it is, I have met quite a few of these girls. I have friends who are dating some of these girls. I spent a decent amount of time around a lot of girls that work in some aspect of that industry. The reality is, compared to a lot of other, especially entry-level jobs in Thailand, when it comes to the entertainment industry or escorts, whatever you want to call it, a lot of the times it's relatively easy money. And a lot of the time, especially at some of these bars, these girls are essentially getting paid to party, and it can be very lucrative, especially when it comes to the go-go bars, things like that. I think about it in the same, realm as girls who are dancers in America. Is every girl that works at a strip club there against her will? No, a lot of the time, these girls are doing this in the short term, trying to stack up some money, of course, trying to move on to bigger and better things. Rarely are you going to meet girls that are interested in doing that for their entire life. I don't knock anybody that is just trying to make some money so they can go on to bigger and better things. I think it's really funny and it's really ironic. I see it all the time on Western media talking about, oh, well, these men go to this place and they just try to take advantage of women and they're just trying to manipulate. Now, of course, those things happen, but that is not exclusive to anywhere. So I think that's a really shallow way of looking at it. But at the same time, in the West, when it comes to OnlyFans or things like that, that's women's empowerment. It's good for girls to make their own money. So the way that I look at it is just kind of contradicting. The logic kind of falls apart. If you're going to say that, this huge swaths of women that work in this industry in Thailand are doing it against their will or they don't have any other options, that's just flat not true. What it really comes down to is a lot of the time the money is good. It's like trying to say that girls who do OnlyFans do it because they don't have any other options. They have options. They could go work a 9-to-5 job, but the reality is for the work that you're doing, the money that you're getting, it, kind of one outweighs the other. The reality is that this entire industry is maybe 0.5% of what Thailand has to offer. These places, these districts, these areas where, these things are happening are a tiny part of Thailand. If you are coming here, if you want to go party, you want to go have fun, by all means. I've done a fair share myself. But of course, you need to be honest with yourself that Thailand, a country of over 70 million, all 70 million of those people have their own situations, their own motivations. So trying to make these blanket assumptions, or especially if you've never been here, trying to have this idea that you know how it is and what's going on, just be ready to be wrong. And if you are coming here looking for a genuine relationship, don't feel disheartened by these videos that you're seeing and guys talking about, oh, every girl you meet wants money. That's absolutely not true. It's just like finding a partner everywhere else. You're probably going to run into more people that aren't good for you than you are. You just got to keep digging and you'll find the right one. If you did make it this far in the video, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you learned a little something. If anything, just remember that Thailand is a very complex place. If you are planning on moving here, especially, it's going to take you some time to get things figured out, but not to worry, you can absolutely do it. If you would like to stay updated on future unfiltered looks into life in Thailand, you know what to do. That subscribe and like button is down below. We are grinding to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you want to help us out with that, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Like always, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. We will see you later. The door's that way.